And I think this is what is losing you against, because look at the fucking brain dead ADC that you're losing against. Hey, look, 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 look. Wait, wait, wait. They're both out attacking each other, standing still. Wait, wait. It's beautiful. Imagine some classical music like Beethoven, Moonlight Sonata.
Oh my god.
You're so much better than that guy. But that fucking guy joined the team and you didn't, and so he wins. Okay. Oh, we are gold. Alright, till last time. 3-0 B. Alright, so how have you been? Like your game wise in League of Legends.
I have been noticing a difference in my laning. I haven't been winning a whole lot, but I noticed that a lot of the time it's not like I'm hard hinting the lane anymore.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you have been dying way less actually. Okay, so let's see the build. So you're playing Jinx. You have been dying a lot less. Pokemon. Have you tried any of the other S tiers for this patch, or you're just sticking to Jinx? Like the
I've just been sticking to Jinx mostly.
okay. Yeah, because this pool in the spreadsheet is old, by the way. It's like many patches old. Yeah, I think Jinx should be like S tier now. Let me rearrange it a little bit with the new patch. For the new patch, I think it should be like this. Yeah, something like that. So let's see. We have a Jinx late game. The game was fairly even, but you lost. Well, they had Kasadin, Lulu, and Kog'Maw, and Gwen, so like, and Viego, so like 5 late game champions against, I guess, Olaf falls off a lot. Soraka's not that good in this stage of the game. Ari as well. So I think this comp wise, it makes sense that you lost 40 minutes because you have like 1 late game champion, 2 at most, and they have 5, right? I don't know if this is like on you specifically, but we will see.
I got raged after my ults a few times,
After your rolls?
or lack of ults.
In my opinion, Soraka should have taken barrier and you heal, something like that. Especially for surviving the Cassandra burst late game and not giving resets to the Viego. But we will see.
I don't know if we ever really had any team fights. I think we had one or two.
Okay, so we're trying to get level 2 first, like I told you. So, already one thing you're doing wrong is that you're supposed to hit the back minions with the rocket, okay? So that you get the level 2 first always with that. It's like usually the Jinx in Halo will like hit the backline rockets twice and then start hitting with minigun. But as soon as the wave gets in the lane and sticks together, like in the 3-3 lane, that's when you rocket the back minions twice, and then you begin auto-attacking single minions. So you did nothing without level 2, right? Like you got the level 2, but you didn't even out-attack them once. So let's look at this again. As soon as you guarantee that you're getting level 2 first here, it's obvious that they have like the combo will have to auto-attack this minion twice or even 3 times to get level 2. So that's like a guarantee that they will not get it, because remember, there's another thing that happens here, which is if you hit Kog'Maw, the red caster minions are gonna hit you. And if that happens, that means the minions will not hit the blue minion, right? So let's slow it down, I will explain it again. For Kog'Maw to get level 2, he has to hit this minion 2 times plus minion arrow, or 3 times without minion arrow. But if you hit Kog'Maw, these 3 casters are gonna hit you. Which means that he will take longer to get the level 2, basically. He will have to hit this minion 3 times to get level 2. Which means like keeping inside of this range, 3 times. So here, if you just push forward, you guarantee like a couple free autos, plus he should miss this minion. So basically, you got the level 2, but you're not doing anything with it.
I think that might be because of specifically the matchup. Because Cog
Okay, he did lose the
level.
minion, but he didn't get any HP. The reason is, if you look at that again, I told you this before, you're not supposed to walk up when you get level 2. You're supposed to walk up before you get level 2. If you know that you will get level 2 first. So if you know that you will get level 2 first, just by looking at your and enemy minions, you're supposed to walk up when the last minion is dying. You're supposed to be here already when the level 2 is accomplished. Okay? So you're supposed to be in this spot when you get the level 2. Because if you wait until you get the level 2 and then you move, they will see that you're at level 2, like, they will not fall for it, right? And they will walk away like he did. Okay, so now I guess you wanna crush. After this crush, what you should do is go ward the Scuttle Crab. Ah, cheater wriggle here. What do you have, like call? Or...
I go call, I'm pretty sure.
I'm not sure if I like this a lot. We will see. Let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you lost basically a whole wave with that. That was not a good cheater recall. Because the issue is that you took so long to push the previous wave that sure you crashed and recall, but take a look at when you crashed and recall. Where is it? Take a look at where the next wave when you're recalling is. Very close already, right? If you want to cheat a recall, you gotta make sure that the wave is at least like here, right?
Okay, that part I did not know.
Well, it's not like it's a rule, but it's just obvious from seeing what happened. The wave is way too close and you're like cheater recalling and you lost 4 minions. Not only gold, you lost the XP as well, so like you basically lost a full wave worth of XP and gold. Because the minions that you lost are the melees, which give more gold and more XP. So, and 1 caster, I think, or something like that. So this means basically that he will be like half a level up probably, or maybe like 40% of a level up. Let me see if I made that calculation correctly. Oh, you actually lost 5, not 4. Yep, 5 minions. Look, this is 3 and 10%. Yeah, 2 and like 70%. So 40% of a level, like I said. Okay. I don't think this was worth it. Like, your wave state is really good now, sure, like you can freeze this, but I don't see why you wouldn't just like go here, because with the huge prize that you got, you could have prevented Viego from getting the scuttle or like done something to him. You know, the enemy mid laner is a cousin that can never rotate ever, but Ari is really good in early skirmishes, right? So with you plus the fact that Kassadin can never rotate, maybe you could have warded here and like, you know, just pressure the vehicle. I don't think this will give you as much of an edge. Yeah, so it's 5 minions now. 4 XP and 5 gold or something like that. So it's around 120 gold. Not too much gold, but the XP is... Yeah, so you don't want to be out attacking like in AoE right now. Okay, so you should just hold this here. Oh, you can't because of Como, yeah. Yeah, definitely not worth it now with the call buy because you couldn't even freeze it. I mean, it's not that... Not for lack of trying, like she just didn't let you freeze. He played it well. So now like the cheater recall... If you could have frozen here, you would have equalized the XP gap. Because he would have either forced to like get zone or recall or whatever. But the gap is still there, see the 40% XP gap.
Yep.
And by the way, let me see. Correct me if I'm wrong, I might be exaggerating here, but I think I haven't seen you out-attack the Como a single time the whole lane yet.
I did it once.
Yeah. Did you?
I did it, I think it was on the 3rd wave?
Okay. But it's still not a lot, right? Like only 1 out-attack? The issue here is, you know how Como works because you play Como. So when he has the W up like this, obviously don't out-attack him, but when he has the W down, I want you to see something. Let's wait for his W. Okay. So see this range? He has 500 range. And you have... Let's wait until your Q. Come on, use your Q. Yeah, it's just calculated. So your Q is giving you 80 range right now, so that's 605 range. So you have 105 more than him. So it's just a matter of waiting until he has the W down, and you can poke him and harass him and outspace him quite a lot. Like, there's no excuse for the combo being full HP with full potions and full mana in this lane. This is like the most free Kog'Maw lane that you can get him. Because both you and Kog'Maw are late game hypercarries, but you have way better of a lane and oppressive early than Kog'Maw, because your range is constant, you can manipulate the waves as you please, etc, etc. Whereas Kog'Maw, like, sure, he has range with all you, but then when it's down, you just pressure him a lot. It's like a worse than Vayne when the double is down, 50 less range than Vayne. So the idea here is that you should have pressured him way more. If we look at the early stages again, the level 2, we already saw how you didn't out-attack him by not walking up earlier. And there's another thing, by the way. You have a healer support and they don't. So if anything, you should be going for even more aggressive trades, because if a trade goes 50-50, this is what I always tell my students. If you have a pillar support and the enemy has a pillar support as well, look at who has the healing. Your support heals, theirs doesn't. So what you wanna try to go for is 50-50 trades, constantly. Because if you go 50-50, let's say that both you and Kog'Maw lose like 250 HP on a trade, or like 300, like huge trade, right? Then fast forward like 1 or 2 waves, like 1 minute, and you would have healed like 250 of this, and Kog'Maw will have healed like 100 of this. So in reality, the trade was not 50-50. It was like you did 200 damage and he only did 50, right? So if we... This was the damage that he did to you, and this is the damage that you did to him. Meaning that because you have Soraka, because you outrange, because he's a Kog'Maw, you should be way more aggressive early, punishing him every CS. Don't be scared of losing HP. You should see your HP as a resource when you have a Soraka. And not only that, look at this, you have 3 potions, he has only 1. So not only you have Soraka, what's the reason you go 3 potions plus Soraka if you're never gonna trade ever in the lane, right? And then with the call, you also have even more healing. So if I look at this, it's really strange that you have all of these healing tools, Soraka, Call, 3 potions. The only thing he ever has is like the Dora and Omnibomb, which is really dogshit early. It's like 2 HP per auto attack. Or 1 HP per auto attack.
3.
I think it's 3 if you have the lifesteal room, but he does not. I mean, you will be trolling that he has... Oh, he does have the lifesteal room. But with Seer stacks, I still think it's 2. I'm not sure. Let's say between 2 and 3, but... And then a potion, right? Like, he would have to auto-attack, like, what, 100 times to heal 200 damage? And that's like 1 or 2 Soraka heals. And 100 auto-attacks is a lot. It's like 50 minions, right? He has not auto-attack 100 times so far. He has auto-attack like 40 times. So he has healed only less than 100 with the Doran so far. But he still has the potion up, so you haven't poked him at all, or done anything with the Soraka pick. Like, if the Soraka wasn't in this lane at all, if she was AFK, the lane would have been the same right now. And it's not her fault, it's that you're never low HP for her to do anything. So you're not trading. Remember, Lulu cannot heal, but Soraka can. It's like you're falling into a trap of I just wanna farm and scale, but that's what Kog'Maw wants, that's not what you want. You wanna pressure him in lane. Jinx is kind of a lane bully. Kog'Maw is not a lane bully. So there you could have just placed the traps behind him. So again, I think this is unacceptable, the fact that like the trade went completely unanswered, right? So they did like what? Let me see. This is 550 and this is like 200, so they did like 750 damage to both of you in total, and you did like 50 damage to them. I don't even want you to win the trade, just 50-50 is enough, because you will heal. See how fast you heal, both of you. They wouldn't heal this fast. My eyes itching. Okay, that trap was good. Oh, the cannon. No. Funnily enough, the first time I see you actually poking on hearts in combo correctly is when there's a cannon that you should farm. So literally, like, the only time that you shouldn't have done that. Like, you did it perfectly, but it was like the only time where you shouldn't because of the cannon. Do you have enough? I guess you could just finish pushing this wave and getting the boots, tier 2 boots.
I wasn't sure about it since Viego had just taken the dragon.
Yeah, that is fine. Okay, so recall and get boots now. I think you have enough. Yeah. And it's weird that they let you recall there. Higher reload there, they will never let you recall. I'm not sure about that pink ward there. Like, if you're gonna pink wards here, just do it in this bush and then take the plan to get back to the lane. It would take you the same amount of time. Because remember, pink wards, ward in general, the sooner you see the enemy, the better. So here you would see the enemy kinda late, whereas here you would see him way earlier. And not only that, here you also see him like, you wanna ward entrances generally. So if you wanna, this is a huge mistake that a lot of lower elo supports do, which is they ward where they want to see, and that's not how you ward. You ward the entrance of where you wanna see. So here you put like a ward here in lines basically. You put a ward here, a ward in this pixel of this bush. And if you're very unsure, you can lead like ward like in the dragon area as well, like somewhere here. But you have the, oh no, this is theirs. Okay, so you can ward the dragon or whatever. Like let's imagine that there's over here, whatever. You don't need it, but just with these two, Viego cannot go over walls, so with these two is enough. Just how can Viego get into your jungle without being seen by these two wards, right? You don't need the ward in the red buff. Like it's impossible that he gets to a red buff without being spotted by either this one or this one. Okay, so you don't ward where you want the enemies to. In League, you don't ward where you wanna see enemies. You ward in the entrances to those places. I always give the bus analogy here, which is like, if you wanna know how many people are in a bus, instead of counting seat by seat, which is the equivalent of warding each place, the fastest way is just sitting on the entrance, right, and counting as they get in. This is like, imagine that you need a camera to count people. You would need a camera in every seat, but if you just put the camera in the entrance, right, you know whoever entered, and you don't care about what Viego does once he's in your jungle. You don't care about whether he's like scratching his ass here or like doing this. Like, you don't care. The fact is he's here. You can answer that. What he's doing is less relevant. The fact that he's here is what you care about. And this ward not only would be better because of that reason, but also it sees this path, it sees this path to the mid lane. And it sees it sooner, okay? This is the key. The sooner you see, the sooner you can react, okay?
Yes.
So this is more like a support theory thing, but the same goes for, you wanna ward in line, so the same goes for aggressive wards. So when you're setting up the dragon, if you're blue team here, this is where you ward. Here, this pixel, and this pixel here of this bush. So what happens there is, it's impossible, with these two wards only, it's impossible that the enemy crosses this line without being spotted. And if you have mid lane prio, it's impossible that they ever get to a drone without being seen. Tell me something, if you're the enemy team, there are minions here and in bot lane, and these two wards, only two wards. How do you ever get to the drone without being seen? Is there any possible? Right, because look, over the wall you get seen, the plant you get seen, this path you get seen, here you get seen by this one, and here over the wall you get seen as well. And just when the ward stops seeing you over this wall, the minions see you. So it's impossible. So you want to ward in a line that covers every entrance, and you don't need to have a ward in the dragon then, because you saw the Viego coming to the dragon. You don't care what he's doing. The fact is he's there. Whether he started the dragon or the red buff are irrelevant things. So you should just freeze this, I guess. Huge wave coming. Let's see, like, the thing you should do here is, like, bait the combo W. Like, go for an auto attack on combo so that you bait his W while Soraka did it, I guess. Not sure it was her intention. But now just chill and wait until his W is out. And now you punish. Okay, good, keep going. You heal and he doesn't, just keep going. There we go. So see, it was kind of a sort of even trade if you take Soraka's HP into account. But look, he has to use potions. And you used them, but you shouldn't have. You have Cole and Soraka, so you shouldn't have used that potion. Oh. So here you should have changed to minigun. Look at how low your attack speed is because you're not changing to minigun. Remember, when somebody is in your minigun range, you always minigun. So here, minigun. Because also, the minigun will give you the 3 stacks. And you don't have any stacks of minigun right now, see?
Yes. And
But
it doesn't take mana either.
yeah, so you would have mana for example, ult at 6 or a W, things like that. So I think this Lulu would die here because she ulted and flashed. I think if you just like minigun 3 times 10 W, she'll be like fairly low HP. I don't know if die, but you know, she would be like, yeah, here you could have minigun 3 times in this period of time and then 1 W. So she would be like perhaps below 200 HP. So people always forget about the minigun passive, the attack speed stacking. You're supposed to always keep the passive up. So it's like 3 minigun autos and then you can change to rocket. When you attack with minigun, it gives you the passive, okay? It's plus 80 attack speed. Only with 3 auto attacks. So you need to auto attack with minigun. And then when you change to rocket, it will keep like you will still have the attack speed. Huh.
Pretty sure we both die here.
Would be. Yeah. Not to be that guy, but if you had mana there, you could have used the drops. Especially because, like, yeah, because of the minigun thing. Why are you not out attacking her? Wait, what? So here, look at this. I think she was dead here. She has no flash and no ult. Look at this. If you just W here, she's against the wall and between the minions, so she cannot dodge either way. The minions block her and the wall. If you W here and out attack, I think you just kite her and she dies. She doesn't have exhaust, flash, ult. With minigun again.
I might have been looking at the fight going up.
Yeah, that was a free kill that you could have gotten. So this is a mistake that people do when I tell them that they should move the camera more, which is they think that that means like keeping the camera there like this all the time. It's more like you do the faker thing where you go like really fast like this, right? Check and come back, check and come back, check and spacebar, check and spacebar. With only one quick glance, you take all the information you need. You don't need to like keep it there. Unless you're like walking around the map from the base or something. By the way, not to be that guy again. I guess it didn't matter in this fight, but you see that the value of this ping ward will be much higher, right? Like when you see them here, it would be already too late. That's the thing, this ward only sees the red buff and nothing else. In this fight it didn't matter though. But you never know. Okay, there's nothing for you there. I'm surprised that the game lasted. Oh, because Olaf is turbo stomping, right? Well, not so much actually.
No, Ari buffs.
Oh, or Ari, okay. Because I'm like, the game seems pretty doomed right now, but I guess Ari is fed. Again, you're not using the all you or out attack. You remember you have Soraka healing, so you shouldn't be afraid of it. Like, it's like, look at the game from the point of view of Kog'Maw, okay? Imagine you're this Kog'Maw, you play Kog'Maw. So imagine you are this Kog'Maw right now.
Yep.
And look at how free this trade is. Look at how free the Jinx is right now, like not even returning any kind of auto attacks or anything. Look. Right? You would expect that Jinx to turn on like W auto or something. Oh. Asayam is behind you, huh? Ah. That's Eclipse? I mean, you should have pushed here, right? So that Rengar can get in the bush. They have double exhaust. Ah, nice. Well played. So it's like when people set it up for you like this, you play it perfectly. Or when you're in the lane alone, or when it's like more of a you have to take the initiative kind of situation, you don't do much. I think you should take the initiative more even though you're ADC. Like in terms of like starting trades and whatnot. Because in fights like this where the Rengar and Soraka set it up for you, then you played it perfectly. Ult? Did you have ult? Yeah, you had ult. So the reason you should have ulted here is to get excited. And then Como doesn't have summoners, you run him down. Look. Yeah, so here you should ult to see that you... Oh, you did get excited, so why did you turn around? Okay. So if you keep hitting Como here, I think it's better. Because see how he can come back to a fight now, and it's a 2v3? If you hit Como and sound him away, then you can return to Castain and it's a 3v1 instead of 3v2. Because now, because he didn't get zone or hit, he can come back to a fight. So it's like thinking ahead. Remember, trades are not only for killing people. This trade would have made the fight 3v1. It's like in sports where like the guy will block someone or something. I don't know. Whatever you play in the States, like hand egg or whatever it's called. When you have the rubber covered egg. Or where people get like brain trauma from hitting each other. Oh, unlucky. Is that the ult that people flamed you? I don't think that was bad. I think that was unlucky. Wait, why did you recall? Oh, you should have never recalled here. This is probably the worst recall so far because you saw that Catherine died before, or recalled rather, sorry. And that Viego died before. So you know that even if you have no vision, right? You know that nobody else can be here yet. And even if they were, like Como doesn't even have mana for W to help, so he's not a champion. Lulu's dead. So at most one or two people would join and you would still be fine. So you should get plates and an additional wave here. So that you can like wriggle with even more gold, push the advantage even higher. This wriggle was very bad in my opinion. It's like you're trying to let your team carry you. So again, if you never take the initiative ever in any games, what's gonna happen is this. This is what's gonna happen. Okay? You're gonna win around 50% of your games, because the games you get the better team, you win, and you play well when your team does well. When the Rengar ganked bot, you played it perfectly. It seems to me that when you have a team that does stuff, you play really well. But sometimes you gotta be the difference, otherwise you're gonna just win when your team is better, lose when your team is worse, and period. That's 50%. On average, give or take.
Give or take block factor.
Well, the more amount of games You have 47, but because you only played like 100, so that's still a not so big sample size, but it's still really close to 50, and it's for this reason. Seems to me that this type of game you could have made a difference, and you didn't. Especially early, because if you make a difference early, then this enemy team is a ticking bomb, okay? And you're having such inaction. Like, you're playing as if you were the scaling team, and you're not. They are the scaling team. This inaction is gonna just let them scale for free, basically. Delay the game until... Remember that in minute 30 or 40, the CS numbers don't matter, everyone is full build anyway, okay? So you getting 1 or 2 minion lead in lane because of freezing is only relevant if you finish the game before everyone has full build. When everyone has full build, who cares about the CS? Everyone like has the build anyway. There are only a couple things that transcend the late game builds, which is the dragons. Because even if you're both full build, the person who has dragons has the advantage, right? And then the how far pushed you are, right? So if you're pushed to inhibitor, one late game teamfight, you win the game. But if you aren't, it takes 2 teamfights. Okay, it seems like you woke up kinda here. You're auto-attacking way more. Yeah, you shouldn't have flashed. So did you see what you did here? You flashed away to get out of his range, and then you walked back into his range, nullifying the flash. Look. So we flash out and then walk back in, right? So we did kind of a triangle movement, right? Like we flashed from here to here, and now we're walking back here. So it's kind of like the flash is nullified, meaningless. Right. Yeah, so we walked all the way to this point. So this is the movement that we did. It would have been the same to just walk in this direction without the flash, right?
Yeah, you're right.
And again, you're not respecting the combo W timers, which is weird because you play combo, so think about the game more from the point of view of the enemy. This is what you're lacking. You're not supposed to fight him when he has W, just bait it, and then when he doesn't have it, just fight him as much as you want. A huge window. Like 8 seconds right now, right? So it lasts, yeah, it lasts 8 and it cooldown is 16, so it's literally 8 seconds window that you have. Whoa, this is a build, I suppose.
Yeah, that was an actual thing, like at the start of the year, roughly.
It's
Just boots
funny.
and Gwinsu's and 3 cloaks, or 4 cloaks. Sorry.
It's funny to me how in NA people always like go like weird builds. Like they enjoy theory crafting so much in NA.
Rage Knife with cloaks was a meme in Kog'Maw main's Discord for a while.
It's because it's cold here, so you need more clothes, you mean? So
Exactly.
you stack cloaks because it's winter, but it's not winter there, so this is why the build is bad. If it was winter, the build is good. True. Searth Longo. So now he has W, so don't trade. Wait until he doesn't have W. Just wait. Okay, and now go in, don't be scared. Now you run them over. Go in. Keep going, he doesn't have W still. Now go back. Okay, and now wait for W and you should go in. You can W out of this Lulu. So this is tunnel vision. Look at how Lulu's walking to you. I'm gonna tell you what this Lulu's doing. This Lulu's pressing a spell on you right now. You know how I know?
Just walking straight at me.
But not only that, when you like did a curve here, she curved with you. That means, when you see that happen, that means that if you W on her, she will keep walking a straight line. It's a guaranteed W. W auto, she dies. I don't think she would have died here, because she can ult. But you take the ult, yeah. And Kog'Maw W is down for 7 seconds, so that's your time window, by the way. You're not playing around the combo time windows. Now that he doesn't have W. Look, now he has it. Okay, so stall a little bit. This is fine. And now you should just W auto the Lulu. I know that Diego's here, but it doesn't matter because he will never kill you. You just W auto from like this point here in the bottom wall and then like there. That's W. Like even if Diego stuns you there, what are you gonna do? Like Como doesn't have lethal tempo nor W on. He's not a champion. He can like ult you, I guess. Like, you know, he will do like 200, 300 damage. You have Soraka ult, Soraka heals. It's fine. You need to think more about the cooldowns and stuff. And the enemy point of view. Okay, now he has W, so you need to stall. What is going on? Yikes. I'm surprised the game lasted 40 minutes. I don't know how. Oh, what happened? They were pushing and they were camping the bush?
Yep.
Oh, she didn't ult. Oh, they all exhaust, oh my god. Do you see both exhaust? They both exhausted
No, I
you.
didn't see both of them.
Yeah, they both did, look. Exhaust. Well, let me see if you could have done something differently other than checking the bush, but that is kinda hindsight. She should have ulted before getting polymorphed. She should have ulted here. That's not your fault. It seems to me that, yeah. So you have all of your spells out, just all you ult as soon as you can. It seems to me that you're taking so long to do damage and react, right? Like, why do you still have the ult and ult up, right? It would have been free. In fact, I think you should W after the ult so that the W indicator is hidden like below the rocket kind of, and it's harder for them to decide where to dodge. And the AoE of the ult, even if Lulu dodges, the AoE hits Kog'Maw and Lulu doesn't have flash, I think, right? Yeah, so...
No, she flashed before.
Yeah, so I think it's impossible that she gets away from this ult. And if you did it fast, she would have still been on top of the silence, so she can't ult. That's the thing. You're taking so long that they can walk away from the silence, but if you did this way earlier, look. Imagine you just ult and W as soon as you see them here. Here, ult and W. You start casting it now, imagine it. Literally now you cast ult and W. She cannot get out, she cannot ult herself. She's silenced. And not only she dies, but you are excited and the W probably hits Como instead of Lulu because Lulu dies. Remember I said ult first, W second. So the W can only hit Como now. And again, he can't flash or exhaust because he's on top of the silence. And then you just kill him with the get excited. Even if he exhausts, you're like full HP with get excited. So this was a free double kill if you just use your spell sooner.
I think my exhaust was coming up too.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it's up. Yeah, this was a free double kill if you just ult as soon as you see them. It seems to me that you're saving your ult. Are you thinking about the distance maybe? You're thinking, oh, but it's too close or whatever?
I think I just... I think my thought was to kill Lulu with rockets, then use it against Cog later. If I had to guess.
Right, so this is a really important thing about League of Legends. You don't go for the play that looks cooler or that does the most damage or things like that. You go for the guaranteed plays. So killing Lulu without attacks here is not guaranteed because she will get out of the silence. Even if you don't know whether she has exhaust or ult, if she gets out of the silence, that gives her time to like stall a little bit and get her cooldowns back up. If you ult, she doesn't have time to get away from the silence. You go for a guaranteed play. Okay? That's the guaranteed play. And you're also getting close to range for no reason. When they get in the bush, just walk out of the bush and ult inside the bush. Like this. When they get inside the bush, you just walk back here and you ult this area. That's literally it. And you get away from the range of their auto attacks and spells and exhaust. So you had a lot of ways of playing that better. So let's fast forward a little bit. I'm really surprised this is even in gold. I don't understand. How much gold is Como? Wait, what? You have more gold than him. Oh. Well, he has 5 assists. I guess he didn't get a single kill, right? But he also got the tower. That's really strange. I guess the call gold plus the fact that he has all assists, I suppose that's the reason why. Even so, being even in gold against this enemy team is actually losing, right? Like, if you're even in gold against a hard scaling team, they are actually winning. So don't let this, like, fool you. Oh. Again, the melee range. Same thing you did here in this bush. Never do this, okay? I know that here it doesn't matter. I know that it's meaningless. But it's a really bad habit that you're having. When somebody gets in a bush or like gets out of your vision or whatever, just stay from your max range and let your teammates give you vision, or he will have to leave the bush eventually. You just check it with all, check it with W. You never want to get inside the melee range of enemies. I know you know this thing about range because you're so careful about it in the lane when you trade, but then when somebody gets in a bush, it's like you turn off that part of your League of Legends knowledge, like the range. So you want Phantom Dance. Okay, this is something I really disagree with. I think Phantom Dancer here is really bad. So here you want Rapid Fire Cannon so that you can auto-attack from outside of Kassadin's lethal, and from outside of Piego's lethal, and from outside of Kog'Maw's W. If you have Rapid Fire Cannon, you can auto-attack him from outside of his W. Not only that, but you have a team that is all about pickups and kill setups. So you have the Ari Charm, the Ari Everfrost, and the Rengar... Rengar. So, like the bola, whatever. So, the idea is when you have a team with setups and an enemy team with high range, you go rapid fire so that you're never gonna auto attack constantly in these fights unless they like really misplay. But you can't even stack it with Gwen. That's the issue. You can't even attack the Gwen because she will just W and like you don't stack the Phantom Dancer with her. So, and if you are in her range with Phantom Dancer, you're so vulnerable to Kassadin, Kog'Maw, and Viego. So against this team, you need rapid fire because also a lot of the kills here will be very explosive and fast, and the Phantom Dancer's not even gonna give you any value, okay? Which means that one charged auto attack with rapid fire from farther away and from the extra damage of rapid fire is actually better. Because when Ari charms someone, you just wanna auto attack once with rapid fire and W and he's dead. Okay? So
And
the
that
Phantom...
actually makes a lot of sense.
When you have a team with setup, so when you have a Morgana, when you have a Leona, when you have a Lux, and if the enemy has range as well, you go rapid fire always. Okay, if the enemy has Serath, if the enemy has Kog'Maw, the enemy has Ezreal, so you can auto attack from further away. So, by the way, do you see how you're coin flipping teammates here? See how the dragon is up, and this dragon matters a lot and decides a lot about the game, but you prefer to go for a bot lane wave. And you coin flip that your team was gonna be better in the mid lane, and you were right. But how many times are you gonna be right? You were right this game, but this happens, right? This is coin flipping teammates. You're not supposed to be the one like matching the Kassadin. You're supposed to join your team. Like ADCs should go to mid lane in this point in the game. Unless you have Hullbreaker. Hullbreaker Chinks. You can try it out.
That would be the day.
I mean, it kind of makes sense on paper. It kind of makes sense because she pushes so fast. I imagine that the enemy team gets distracted, and like you end the game in one push maybe. Gotta try it out actually. I actually want to try it now. Okay, so finally we joined the team. So it's weird because you join the team when there are no objectives to fight over. I guess Baron's up, but you know, you're not fighting Baron right now. But you don't join your team when the objective is up. And again, you got it, yes, but you coin flipped, getting better teammates. I don't think you should be bottling here with the Baron up. Okay, if you do this in higher elo, they will be doing Baron right now. They have Kog'Maw, Viego, and well, Viego as well, but if, yeah, Gwen. So their Baron is like what, 2 combo W's, I think, especially with his build. Like he's super fed. I don't like his build. So again, we're coin flipping teammates. See, these 3 minions are not that important. Okay, you're just coin flipping the teammates. And guess what? This time you weren't right. Okay. So how many times can you coin flip the teammates until you're wrong? If you're there, you reduce the chances of that happening. Because it's not only you, the R is doing the same. So it's actually a 3-4 where they are 4. Yeah, I think I'm just so surprised at how the game lasted more than this. I don't understand. Well, I guess because they have 1 drone only. And you can like turtle. So I wanna see what happens when the next round comes up. Do you see the combo didn't come to my classes and drills? Look at how he's out attacking while standing still. That dude is destroying that right click on the Rengar.
Oh my god.
This is like his POV, like on the Rengar. Absolute stationary.
It's like old rework Kog'Maw.
Yeah, imagine that Koma, like his W gave you like 2000 range, but you cannot move. Like you become like a tower. There's an NPC in an MMO that I used to play that is like that. It's like it doesn't move, but it hits you from really far away. They're just doing drone, no? You're giving it up for free.
Yep.
So it's kind of weird because you guys did a mix between contesting and not contesting. It's like, yeah, let's contest by pushing the mid lane way, but not really. Like, you didn't go to drone actually, so you just lost a. Oh, I thought you were gonna lose this. I have no clue how you guys lasted 10, 12 more minutes. I'm so curious about this. You're just farming at this point, not much you can do. Okay, you finally joined a fight. Oh. I'm back. Okay, you should have... I don't think you should have done all the turnaround that you did. But it doesn't matter when it's OP. Okay. You're just pushing. Oh my god. By the way, if you had rapid fire cannon, that would have been even easier, right? Like, see, this is why rapid fire is actually the item that you want. See how in the fights that's how you're playing? Like in this fight. Imagine you had rapid fire, like, you didn't ever stack Phantom Dancer, look. 1 out attack. See what I mean? See that the Phantom Dancer has 0 value in these fights.
Yeah, it did.
Okay, so this is why you will rapid fire. And the same here with the one. Look, 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 look! Wait, wait, wait! They are both out attacking each other, standing still. Wait, wait! It's beautiful. Wait, wait! Look, look, look! Look at this. Imagine some classical music like Beethoven, Moonlight Sonata. Look at those right clicks, dude.
Oh my god.
That dude didn't kite at all, dude. Oh my god. Dude. Bro, not even bronze in my server plays like this. I'm not kidding, like what the fuck is wrong here? They're both doing it. Look at the right clicks. That was so beautiful. Oh my god. That's just a sight to behold. It's beautiful. I'm gonna clip that. Can somebody clip that in the stream, please? Oh my god, it's beautiful. But let's see what you did here. I'm thinking Phantom Dancer also had no value here. So that was like set up with AE and Ari Charm, like I told you, so no value really. Oh my god, I wanna add that Kog'Maw and selling my snake oil. I have some snake oil for that Kog'Maw. I got a bridge to sell. I'm proud to say I've never had a student that does that, by the way, not even in bronze. Not even my low level students, like level 20.
They just stand there while an all-out beats on them.
I'm
they
curious.
don't do
I'm
that.
curious whether he actually spammed the click on him or like only clicked once and let Jesus take the wheel. I think it's spamming the reg. Oh god, I'm so out of it right now. How did you lose to that guy? Fuck man, if I lose to that guy, I would like uninstall. It's not your fault though, so I think this is what you should have done differently, right? The enemy team is a ticking time bomb, this is the issue. And you were so passive and inactive and not taking the initiative ever early game that it comes to a point where like, what else can you do? They are just better champions in this stage of the game. And they have better tools. You cannot hit the Gwen. You don't have enough damage to hit the Beyond, he gets a reset, is over. The Kazen is gonna burst one of your team members, then Zonia's then burst another one. He doesn't care. By the way, do you see how he didn't care about your exhaust in the river fight? Like I predicted. The Kog'Maw is just gonna kill your front line faster than you kill their front line, because you can't kill Gwen. And you kill Viego slower than Kog'Maw kills Olaf. And so it's a ticking time bomb. They have 5 or 4 late game champions and you have 1, only you. So this is why you should have been more aggressive early, hitting the Kog'Maw or getting the tower plates instead of recalling. Getting the wave plates and the tower before recalling, like pushing the advantage more, because you just... And joining your team more, give up some farm, just so that you can get an sooner advantage, like more explosive sooner advantage. Those things will prevent them from like winning the game late game. But at this point, I don't know if... like, there will come a point in this game that even me, like, I think I would have lost it, like... In the minute 40 mark, if they have, like, Clouds... not Cloud, Infernal Soul, I don't think even Gumayoshi wins though. Wait, but he's moving and kiting now. It's like he only does it when he's the one chasing, huh? Wait, you should auto attack here. Yeah. So see how your contributions to fight is 1 W and 1 auto, like I told you. Rapid fire would have been better. When you have rapid fire, it's like almost like an additional W. It's like you have 2 Ws because it does the same damage more or less. Yeah, you're not doing much in these fights. You're always late also. I think that's moving the camera more and seeing what your teammates are doing a bit more. See again here we look at what you did. Look at this. See that step that you did kind of back and stuff, and now you're super late to a fight? Two things. That makes you later to a fight, and also, again, not to beat a dead horse, but with rapid fire cannon, it allows you to get to a fight sooner because of your extended range. It's almost as if you get to a fight sooner. But this, see? This is what I mean. It seems to me that here you lock the camera back on you and just... Who cares about this cannon? It's 90 gold. It's 90 freaking gold. If you get these 2 kills, you do Baron, by the way. So this is what I mean. It's like when you see like 2 minions, you hyper focus on them and want to kill them instead of getting the Nexus. I don't know if you're playing for the stats, like I want to get my farm up so I look good or whatever, but that's not the way because you're gonna lose more. The only stat you should care about is how many times you kill this Nexus. And so by doing this, you decrease that one. You're trading CS for Nexus, if that makes sense. You just should go here and keep helping the Olaf. And you were helping him, but you turned around when you saw the cannon, which is kind of weird. And I think if you were here sooner, like, look at how long he lasted. Rapid Fire Cannon 1 auto, he's dead. With a Get Excited, you also kill the one. Olaf gets healed by Death Dance and Triumph. And you kill both. Off of this, you do Baron, and I think you win the game with this. Pretty sure that you lost the game by turnaround here. Yeah. Do you see how, like, I'm not exaggerating by the way, do you see how big this was?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, and it's a testament to how many times you have done this before, because it's not the first time. We also saw you go for a couple minions here instead of joining mid lane. You gotta give up more farm. Like, you're having more farm in your games than I do in mine in Challenger. And that's because I rotate more. If you see pro games, okay, I have some 10 CS a minute games, but it's really, really not normal in solo queue nowadays, because you should be rotating so much, right? The only times you actually get 10 CS a minute nowadays is like if the game is very slow, or... Let me tell you something, the game is 2 kills a minute right now. It's a very, very accelerated and full of kill games, which means that nobody should have CS. If the game was like, you know, 15 to 15 right now, then you can definitely have like even more than 10 CS a minute, it will be perfect. But if you had like 9 CS a minute like you do now, or 8.5, but the game is like this full of kills, just means that you haven't been in the kills a lot, not even helping your team ever, just coin flipping that the team does the job and you just farm. But look at this. You have 34 kills, out of which you participated in only 9. I'm not good at math, but how much is that? This was 100, this will... That's 25%, right? Yeah, something like 25.
Yep.
Good participation. Compared to a Kog'Maw, he has 17 out of 32, which is more than 50. It's like 55, 53%. Okay, so double your kill participation. And what did he trade? Well, he traded this amount of CS. Is it worth it? Yes. Yes, a million times yes, okay? In this season, yes. These 40 CS that you have over him don't mean shit in this stage of the game. Like, in fact, item-wise, he will have more than you because of this, right? It's more gold. It is more XP as well. Kills give XP. It is more dragons because he kills people and then joins fights. It is more barons, more nexus, okay? Like, if you had gotten more kill participation and kill people here, then you can go to the baron here with your team if you had killed this cousin. So you gotta be more active early, you gotta trade more, apply your advantage more, and don't be afraid to join your team and miss out on CS. That's the last thing I will say here before I go to my next session. But yeah, I think that's the takeaway here. This play is the takeaway of the whole session. Look, I'm gonna show it again. Now that you know this, I'm gonna like zoom out the camera and just watch this. Right? And yeah, plus 90, but at what cost? It's funny because this was not plus 90. This was, you lost the 600 gold from them, so that's minus 510. Plus the bar on that is 1.5k gold for your whole team in total. No, sorry. Yeah, 1.5, right? 3.5? Yeah, 1.5. So that's the takeaway. Doesn't mean perma roam and lose, yes, of course. But there's a balance, and you're definitely like if the joining your team versus farming and doing nothing balance. If this is like farming and doing nothing, and this is like the action joining your team. Right now you're like here, and this was the sweet spot in like season 2, I think. This was good in season 2 when the meta was like perma farm mid lane and Evia. But now the sweet spot is like here, I would say. For ADC is here, and for mid lane is like here. So you should definitely join your team way more. By the way, look at how this is a slider, I guess. I'm not saying just never farm, right? There's a balance. But you should do it like 50% more than what you're doing it now. At least. And I think this is what is losing you against. Because look at the fucking brain dead ADC that you're losing against. You're so much better than that guy. But that fucking guy joined the team and you didn't, and so he wins. So you have the tools to win already. Like your mechanics are already like Platinum Plus. But if you don't join your team, who cares? Like the whole point about mechanics is that you have somebody to use them against. But yeah, your mechanics farming the cannon. Like if the game was about just farming the cannon, then the Kog'Maw not even moving while killing it doesn't matter. The only reason why the Kog'Maw not moving matters is because he's fighting people. You being better than the Kog'Maw doesn't matter if you never fight anyone, okay? That's the thing. So 25% kill participation for an ADC that... Some games you will have that kill participation if you are like weak-sided and, you know, other circumstances in the game. But in a game like this, you should have like more than 50 for sure. So that's my last takeaway from this session. I guess now it's... I don't know if there's anything else you want to see about this game?
Not really. I had one pop-off moment, but that's about it.
What? Sorry?
I had one pop-off moment, but that's about it.
Oh, puff off. Here? Okay, let's leave in a good note then. We already saw the Kog'Maw pop-off moment. Now let's see yours. I wanna see you not moving like Kog'Maw did. Well... Oh, melee range, no. Yes, okay. Now you went long range. That's good. Yeah, but see how the Kog'Maw was standing still and you weren't... Oh, no. That was early. But Gwen is immune, so it doesn't matter. Okay, good. Good. I will say something. Is it a coincidence that your pop-up moment is the first and only moment in the game that you're actually joining your team before a fight even happens? And the moment you're actually giving up farm. Look, food for thought, okay?
Yeah, it's true.
Like you're playing against people that are really bad like this Como, and you pop off when you fight them. So if you fight them more, you pop off more, you will win more. If you fight the minions, it doesn't matter that the Como is so shit. Like, look at him, look at him. Oh, oh. Okay. Okay, the game was okay. Okay, so any more questions? Anything that you would like to ask about the session?
No, that's a lot, I think.
Okay. You can rewatch in the stream bot, okay? And I will send you like the highlight if you want.
Sure.
Alrighty. I think I can upload that one to YouTube later, but I don't know if I should like trim it or what. I wanna learn how to do that thing where you like you know what YouTubers do, that they have software that automatically deletes the posts that have silence?
Oh, I have no clue about that.
Well, you know how even if you have a normal conversation or monologue, when they actually upload it to YouTube, it's like they cut off all the silences and it sounds like they never stop speaking. It's like more dynamic. I don't know how to do that. I googled it, but it didn't work.
I have no clue either. I've never used any of those.
Unlucky. Okay, I'll play one game before I go to my next session, so you can watch it on stream and watch me get a Shaco with lower net in diamond again. Poggers.
Yeah, exactly.
I might play Jinx, I feel inspired. Or Como. We'll see. We'll see the comp. Okay, I'll see you next time.
Yep, you too.
Bye bye.
Bye.